Hey guys, Steve here. Today, thanks so much for checking out SAMTB. Today I am on the Vitus Mythique VRX. This is the top of their entry-level line, and it is a pretty impressive bike. When you hear the components that are on this bike at this price point, I think pretty much anybody would be impressed. And even just like starting out with something like, they have the Marzucci Z2 Bomber on this bike. It's a $550 fork on a bike that's just over $2,000. So that's pretty impressive. That's an excellent component, just to give you guys a little taste of that. But let's do this. Let's do a breakdown on all the components, do a little overview, and then what I'll do is I'll give you some thoughts about how it rides, how it feels, how everything functions. I'll do a little bit of a comparison. You guys, if you've watched me before, you know that I ride an Ibis Ripmo AF, a large, and that has 160 mil of travel on the front, 147 on the rear. This has 140 on the front, 140 in the rear. So definitely a different feel, but certainly not like completely alien. It's not that much of a difference. So anyway, let's take a look at some of these stats here though. Not bad, right? I mean, really well-equipped bike. Let's take a look at some footage here, and I'm going to kind of just talk you guys through my initial thoughts here. So, as I mentioned, and as you just saw, the brakes on this is a Shimano Dior's. I listed the exact number of what these are in the description, but they're not top of the line brakes, but they're good. I mean, it's a good brake. I currently have the Shimano XTs, which are exceptional brakes in my opinion. I came off of the SRAM Guide Ts, which I wouldn't recommend to anybody. They just were just constantly having kind of an issue. So the Shimano XTs are phenomenal. The Shimano Dior's feel good. They're brand new, so they should feel pretty good, I think. Did a little embedding process and all that. They feel great. They just feel fine. There's nothing amazing about them. There's nothing terrible about them. They're good brakes. The big winner to me actually is when I looked at this bike in January of 2020, this bike came with the SRAM SX shifting or group set. And I was a little underwhelmed, but I mean, it's not the worst. It's not terrible. It's just, I would have liked at least the NX maybe. Well, Vitus stepped it up and they went to the SRAM SLX setup. And it's excellent. Like I like this way more than I like my SRAM NX feel. And I use the word feel because there are mechanical elements that I'm just not going to address. If there's a blatant like deficiency in a construction of a component, I'm certainly going to mention that to you guys. But I'm talking more about initial impressions, and the feel on this shifting is precise. Like, feels way better than my SRAM NX system. Just shifts better. It feels better climbing. That might be, there's a shorter chainstay on this than on my Ripmo, and that might be attributing to that feel as well. But again, that's why I use the word feel as opposed to like factually, this is this way. Nuke-proof bars. These are about 780s, I believe. And you got a nuke-proof saddle on this as well. It's an aluminum frame, which is just fine. I mean, overall weight, this is lighter than my Ripmo by about 4 pounds. So great feel. I think this comes in at about 31 pounds. You've got the Schwalbe tires, front and rear. They're both 2.4. 29 2.4s. You have got the Magic Marys in the front and the Hans Domps in the rear. They feel great. They were really, really, really high. I don't know why they came in. When they came out of the box, they were pumped up to like 40 psi. I don't know why. So my first time out, I was like bouncing all over, sliding off the road. So I lowered those down, and right now they're both somewhere around like 18 psi right now. That's how I like to run them. That's just what I run. You can run what you want. As I mentioned, the Mizuki Bomber Z2, 140 mils of travel. It does go up to 150. You'd have to change the springs out though if you wanted to up it. And I think it actually can go down to like 120. It's essentially built on a 34 mil stanchions, so comparable to like a Fox 34, I guess. And I have a DBO Diamond D1, and it's definitely a far superior shock. But for the price point, this is an excellent shock. You get a rock shock on the rear shock here, and this is 140 mil as well. And that is about it. Shimano cranks, 1x12 transmission, as I mentioned, the SLX. I like it, feels good, rides excellent. Take a look at some more footage. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching SAMTV today. Bike review here with the Vitus Mythique VRX. Check out Chain Reaction and Wiggle. And as I mentioned, it may be out of stock when you look at it. Just go on, log on, put your email in for the alert, and then put an alert on your alert so that you know exactly when they email you, so you can jump right on this bike. They do go very fast. But I mentioned this is the entry level, so if you like this, you might also want to look at the Escarpe, which is from Vitus, as well as the Sonnet, and those are 1 and 2 levels up from this bike. Then there are obviously more, but I think you'd be pretty happy with this. If you're out there looking for a bike and you don't have a ton of money to spend, you're in that $2,000 range, this is a winner, absolutely a winner, in my opinion. All right, guys, thanks so much for stopping in. I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like me, give it a like there, and please leave a comment. If you have any questions, just leave it in a comment. I will get right back to you. I try to get back to everybody within like 12 hours or so, depending on where you are in the world. So thanks you guys so much. You guys have a great week. Get out there and ride.